Announce the champions of the Fedex International Business League. We start with our champion number 3, but before that I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Rajesh Bhatia and Mr. Parag Patki to please give away this award. Our champion number 3 is a medium-sized, independent, publicly traded exporter of printed circuit boards to all major global markets since the last 2 decades. Please put your hands together for Fine Line Circuit Private Limited.
It may look like a complex mechanism with a saturated green tint, but is perhaps the one thing that we all depend on in our technology-savvy lifestyles. Circuits in electronic equipment are like salt in food. And it was this need that Abhay Doshi understood well before many others did. Started in 1991 in a 5,000 square feet floor in Mumbai, Fine Line Circuits today has come a long way since.
Fine Line is a printed circuit board manufacturer. It's a publicly traded corporation on Bombay Stock Exchange. It's a company which is export focused in Mumbai, making electronic product which goes into practically anything that you plug into the wall. So most of the time, when you handle your remote or you press your button on the washing machine, you are interacting with a circuit board, and that's what we make. So
not the most glamorous business to be in, but Fine Line has given Abhay Doshi the mission of his life. After completing his engineering degree from Mysore and an MBA from the University of California and a short stint at the Silicon Valley, Abhay knew he wanted to come back to India and start something of his own. That was the birth of Fine Line Circuits.
my dream was to do something in manufacturing, to do something on my own, and that's what I have done in the last 2 decades. I've never wanted to work in a large corporation because I think that's being just one spoke in the whole wheel is no fun. Maybe I think I would have earned more over there than what I have on my own. But something on your own, certainly there are decent financial rewards, but you do have the satisfaction of job creation. You have the satisfaction of nurturing a few hundred families for several years, and I think that has a lot of value for me.
A 100% export-oriented company, Fine Line Circuits has been growing at over 20% per annum for the last 5 years, with attrition being next to nil. What started with 6 founding members, largely family and friends, is now an enterprise consisting of over 300 employees manufacturing printed circuit boards for over 50 clients across Europe, USA and Southeast Asia.
Our first client was in Florida, and the company used to make musical instruments, and they placed us a small order which we were overjoyed to get, and I delivered that product myself to the airport to ship it out, and it was very nicely accepted by the customers. It met all their norms. It was on time and everything, and that was our start. And I think from the very beginning we have tried our very best to meet the basics of business, which is a good quality, a good delivery, a good fair price, and a good service and communication with the customer. And we have seen that it is occasionally expensive to do all this, but at the end of the tenure, you retain the customer, you have significant repeat business, and so the foundation of that is in this basics, which we have always tried to do. We are very happy to say that our boards are in the British hospitals British prisons, British airports, and in several places in UK, and wherever Group 4 is supplying their systems to.
With the global recession that engulfed the world last year, many of Fine Line's international clients stepped back in their imports and revenues for this Mumbai-based company got hit. But Fine Line was quick to take charge of the changing global scenario and get into the action mode by increasing efficiency, cutting costs and maintaining quality. The resilience paid off and the company managed to clock a turnover of 20 crores.
So we had a host of issues. We couldn't control the quantum of business. We couldn't control our customers' financial position. We couldn't control the various increases in overheads like the power cost in Mumbai. We couldn't control the various currency fluctuations that have happened in the last few years. So all of this significantly affects us. We had to make sure that we could do everything at least 20% faster or cheaper or better.
Unlike the game he plays on the court, aggression is not something that drives Abhay Doshi at work. Instead, he plays on a firm grounding, packed with the right moves, long strokes and winning strategies. If the game pays off, Abhay is all set to expand Fine Line's manufacturing business and double his top line in the next 5 years.
It's been fairly rewarding to have this recession end here. So thank you once again.
Like Abhay Doshi, Bangalore-based Anis Ahmed, CEO of Mistral Solutions, has similar ambitions. We'll visit Anis and take a closer look at his company on the other side of this break.